Welcome, folks, to another episode of R&D Tactical. I'm Dan, and I wanted to talk about some suppressors today because that's the hot ticket thing of 2026. And as of January 1st, no $200 tax stamp. That's wonderful. That's awesome. A lot of people, that was their barrier to entry. No one wants to buy, spend $800, $900, maybe $1,000 or more on a suppressor plus an extra $200 tax stamp. It doesn't exactly sit right. But now that's gone, and everyone was worried towards the end of 25 about what to do, what's going to happen. Is the wait period's going to increase like it was a year or two ago when it was 6 months, 8 months, a year, just because you're not paying the $200 tax stamp? Will there be supply? And as a result, will there be price gouging? Good thing that is not the case, at least from what in my area of the woods up in the Northeast. And as if you already know, the Northeast is absolutely terrible when it comes to 2A rights. What we're seeing is actually 2 to 3 business days with a $0 tax stamp. Supply, plenty of supply leading up to the $200 tax stamp removal. Suppressor companies have really stepped up to the plate, and they've really amped out a lot of the 22, 30 cal, and 45 caliber models, as well as the 9mm dedicated models. They are plentiful, and as a result, there's no price gouging, which is awesome. So if you're going to spend $500, $600, $700 on a suppressor, you're doing great. Unfortunately, in Virginia, there's a few things going on, and the legislature over there to impose a $500 tax that would be pushed on from the distributor down to the FFL and ultimately down to the customer. So we remove the tax stamp, but they add a state tax. Obviously, this is not constitutional. It's going to be fought. The NRA is already on it, but it's going to take some time to get it resolved. But hopefully that will not spread across the nation here, because as we all know, things that happen in good states when it comes to freedom, it can trickle down to even the most freest of states. So just be cautious, know what's going on in other states, and hope and pray that we'll still have our freedoms. But now that that's all over, let's talk about what I've got before me. So I only own currently 2 suppressors. I bought them before 2026, so I did pay the tax stamp. And I was okay with that. I had, at that time, I think this one was 2 business days, which is the Silencer Co. Sparrow 22. And this was 3 business days, and this is the Omega 300. Both Silencer Co., both great. Let's talk about the 22. It is a direct thread, 22 caliber down to 17 HMR, 5.7 by 28, 22 long rifle, Magnum, Win Mag. It's a really good entry level suppressor. Love it, like it. It's awesome. I actually have it on one of my builds that I'm going to do an episode on. Going forward, let's just go. Okay, we are clear. One of my builds. This is a Rossi RS22, and I kind of built it up. I did a full trigger job, spring job, etc. Did a pistol grip with a folding buttstock. Bought the scope, of course. Got a cheap bipod, and then I had it threaded. Now you would say, oh wait, you can get that threaded right from the factory. Yes, you can. Unfortunately, in my state at the time when I bought this, there was some problems going on. So just to get this threaded costed more than the gun itself, but it looks really cool. It fires amazing with the 22, and I'll probably shoot in some videos. not only this, but also my my other suppressor rifle, which is awesome as well, that I got for a pretty darn good cost. There we go. Stop moving. There we go. This is my, we're all clear, my Savage Axis 300 Blackout. And as you see, it is the way I got it, except for my, nice little sling strap here. This is actually a hunting rig of mine. You'd say, hey, what are you hunting with 300 Blackout? It's suppressible. And when you have a crop destruction permit, you can run suppressed, especially when you have a nighttime permit. You can very, very much so have it suppressed. And people around you really like that as well. So it's also really, really good to take down, deer, etc. And what I use for that is I use my Omega 300. Now this came to me as a direct thread model. I since then converted it to a thread over model. Let's see if I can fucking do this. Where the fuck are you? There you are. Oh yeah. Obviously I can't show you how to put it on, but I changed the end cap to have the thread over. Just slides on, give it a twist firmly, you're good to go. The advantages to that versus a QD mount, which is infinitely way more faster, I would definitely give it that, is that this is a little more accurate. The most accurate you're going to get is with a direct thread. You're fully seated. It ain't, there's no wiggle, there's no wobble. It's going to work out really, really well. With a thread over setup, you have more of a coarser, rougher thread that's you sliding over a muzzle brake and then locking it down. The only other thing that a QD mount has past this is when you wrench it down, you turn it all the way down to the base of the thread, you have a locking turn. Unfortunately, it's been known that the QD mounts can sometimes wobble a little bit. I've had some friends have that happen. Maybe it wasn't on entirely all that tight. It's not my gun. Wasn't shooting it, and he ended up having some damage. But with that being said, there is many different types of attachments. I've been immensely happy with Silencer Co., their customer service. I did take advantage of, after purchasing this, they had a promotion at the time where they'd end up paying for the tax stamp to give you a $200 credit, and I immediately just rolled it into this. So all in all, I'm pretty satisfied with the bundle deal that I ended up having, and it worked out pretty well for me. But ultimately, really, if you think about it, is it the right time to get a suppressor? Yeah, especially if you're in Virginia. Go get them. Go get a suppressor. Go get several of them, because it's going to be a couple years before it goes through all litigation process for this proposed bill to get squashed. Other states, have at it. There is so much supply. I've actually called up Silencer Co. They said we started cranking as soon as that bill was even proposed. So they are doing very, very well. The only thing they're falling laxing on behind is the adapters and base plates and stuff like that, that some models have extra attachments for, like the 300, the Omega 300. Stay over there. Thank you. But all in all, that's all I got for you today. Hey, if you like the video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. There's plenty more videos coming. I look forward to making them. I really appreciate you watching. And above all, thank you for watching, and happy shooting.